Welcome to Markets on Air, with a focus on Brazil. Good prospects, German-Brazilian business relations. German Chancellor Angela Merkel and Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff agree that trade between their two countries should be expanded and simplified. Brazil and the European Union have been working on a free trade agreement for the past 15 years, but the two sides still haven't managed to eliminate such things as industrial tariffs. The German leader is optimistic that a solution will soon be found.
We can
extend our trade, but we need reliable investment conditions. That will be an important topic in discussions with the President. It's what German companies want, and they're prepared to invest more in Brazil. Brazil is Germany's most important trading partner in Latin America. More than 1,400 German firms are active in the country.
All the big German companies are there. The car makers, the chemical industry, mechanical engineering, and there's enormous potential. German companies alone produce some 12, 13, or 14% of Brazil's industrial GDP, and that shows the huge potential.
The volume of trade between Germany and Brazil has been steadily growing since 1998. The global financial crisis barely made a dent. But resource-rich Brazil does have its problems at present. The country's economy is shrinking, industrial production has declined. One reason is the falling price of oil and other raw materials that Brazil sells on world markets. In order to attract more investors, experts say Brazil needs to implement structural reforms.
Less bureaucracy and a simplified tax system are just two things that would help Brazil get back to growth. And it would provide huge investment and growth opportunities for German companies in Brazil.
Further meetings aimed at strengthening German-Brazilian business ties are sure to follow. The country's two leaders have already set a clear course.
22 million. That's how many Volkswagen vehicles have been produced in Brazil so far. Founded in the 1950s, VW's Brazilian subsidiary is the largest automaker in the country and one of Brazil's largest private companies. Volkswagen do Brasil employs some 20,000 people across the country. Its 4 plants produce more than 20 different models for the South American market.
Brazil strengthens climate protection. Brazil is the first emerging economy that has pledged to phase out the use of coal and oil, following the lead of more advanced industrialized nations. The Brazilian government is spending the equivalent of €500 million to promote renewable energy and to protect the country's tropical rainforests.
Rio de Janeiro expecting 500,000 tourists. Brazil continues to attract foreign guests by hosting major international sporting events. The 2014 Soccer World Cup drew some 1 million visitors to Brazil, generating nearly €1.5 billion in revenue. The Brazilian tourism industry expects fewer visitors to attend the 2016 Summer Olympics. In contrast to the World Cup, the Summer Games will only be held in Rio.
Brazilian investors discover Germany. Some 60 Brazilian companies are currently operating in Germany. That's 7% more than in 2006, according to figures released by Germany Trade and Invest. Most of the firms are small and mid-sized companies. Some 2,300 people now work for a Brazilian-owned firm located in Germany.
Braskem Plastics, Brazilian petrochemicals giant in Germany. This worker is checking the consistency of a polypropylene sample. Every year, Brazilian company Braskem produces 600,000 tons of the polymer at its 2 German plants. The company's German factories used to be owned by U.S. giant Dow Chemical. Braskem acquired them in 2011 and has invested millions in their operations since then. Braskem also decided to move its European headquarters to Frankfurt. From here, the company hopes to expand its business operations on the German and European markets, despite strong competition from other companies operating in Germany.
The German market is a very developed market, a technical market, and therefore it's an area we want to participate in. We see Germany as one of the countries in the forefront of the European progression, and we notice that we want to make benefit of that and grow accordingly with the German market.
Along with selling its German-made products in Europe, Braskem also imports plastics made at its plants in Brazil and the United States. That's helped boost the company's European market share to some 6%. That was Markets on Air with a focus on Brazil.